Hey, what's up, Big Nation? This is David Labby with Big Man Fitness, coming to you today on June 23rd, 2017. It is Friday. It's Friday. I haven't made a video in a couple of days. I haven't uploaded a video in a couple of days. I'm working on a few things. I apologize. I know, consistency is key, but you guys have to remember, pick and choose your battles. There's just been a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'm making no excuses, but I am giving an explanation. I chose what was my priority, and honestly, my family and my health are my priority. So, with that being said, I am working on, what I'm thinking about doing, and if you guys want to make a comment on this, I'm thinking about just doing like a couple of vlogs a week, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for updates, or Monday and Friday for updates. Or maybe even just one on Saturday as my weekly update. And then, but I like making videos that explain things, and I want to try and make shorter videos, like 5 to 10 minute videos, maybe 15 minute at the max, to try and explain specific key aspects of ketosis and bodybuilding. Well, strength building and fitness. So, in how nutrition, ketosis, and fitness play a huge role in overall health and weight loss. So, because everyone's talking about weight, like all weight is just a measurement of body mass. And I kind of want to go into that, because I've talked to you guys a few times on my different videos, but, a lot of people have made comments on my videos that, like, there's a lot of awesome information that I give. It's just that I usually do long form, and I know that I'm long-winded. I have no problem, stating my strengths and my weaknesses. And I think that some of you guys are getting lost in translation. And what I mean by that is, it's kind of like, well, you kind of rant for like 20 to 30 minutes giving great content and talking about great things. This is the feedback that I'm getting from people. And I'm taking certain things with a grain of salt. Some people don't like what I do. Some people absolutely love what I do on these videos. And I'm trying to meet a middle ground, because I want you guys, out of all this, to get valuable information about what you can do on your journey. But also, I like talking about myself and creating a connection with you guys, because my life is not much different than anybody else's. I get, family members get sick. I get bills in the mail. I have bills on my cell phone, that come in. Every day there's some sort of new opportunity and challenge. Sometimes I think that challenges are congruent with opportunity, but sometimes it's disguised as hard work and obstacles. So that's life. That's life, guys. That sums it up. Anyway, today I'm going to a special seminar that's out in Boston. No, it's not health and fitness related, but it is related to my business, and it's related to what I do online. I'm trying to learn more about. I know this has nothing to do with my channel, but some of you guys are asked, like, oh, what do you mean that your business? I do I do marketing, and I also do business consultation. Please don't spam me. I get a ton of people already asking me about ketosis and coaching for ketosis and coaching for, weightlifting. I'm not trying to do too many things at once. I'm trying to get really good at one thing, because that's what I've been doing. That's what I went to school for, and with this, this is more or less what I want to do, to try and help people out on my own time, because I was that guy that was 408 pounds, and I had a very difficult time knowing. I think what it came down to, and how I feel about it, is that I was looking at all my shortcomings and not, I was focusing on my shortcomings and not on my victories and not on my successes. That was something that kind of allowed me to continue in a downward spiral and just affected every area of my life. And now that I'm getting my mindset back on track, I think that when you can really focus on one thing and start seeing success in it, it'll make you feel really good about yourself and make you feel really good about your confidence. That it'll improve your confidence, and with that, it can improve every area of your life. There's a huge difference between confidence and cockiness, and then also just foolhardiness. Sometimes with confidence, you do need to be a little bit cocky. It's kind of true, but you have to understand that there's the matter of compassion and accountability. Yes, it's okay to toot your own horn every now and then when somebody asks you about it, or when you're trying to make a point, because I'm happy. I'm very proud of what I've done. I'm not perfect. There's a ton of room for improvement, and I am not the best in this field yet. I have a lot more knowledge than some other people and a lot less than others. But what I'm trying to do is take the knowledge that I have and spread it out to the masses, so that way you can take care of what you can for yourself. There's always the free stuff, and there's advice that everybody asks for, and then there's a ton of neglectful information. And what really really pisses me off is the charlatans or the half-truths. The half-truths drive me nuts. But then there's also the concept that there are some things that work, that like ketosis is a totally different game. You can get healthy by eating less, eating proper portions with carbs. You can. I don't recommend it because of what I've learned about cycling, ketogenic cycling, and how it's healthy to get yourself into ketosis and then out of ketosis, back in and out, right? Because that's the natural order of our body. Our bodies are meant to go back and forth. But I was in such a state before. I was always in complete carb dependency that it can cause problems. I believe in switching back and forth. So that's why I'm going to be doing this for about, I want to say, full-blown ketosis for at least 6 months, maybe going just low carb for a little while, and then, kicking myself out of ketosis and then going back to ketosis. So I'm thinking about doing like 3 months on, 3 months off, 3 months on, 3 months off, but still just doing lower carb. That way on special holidays I can still, continue with maintenance and everything, and have a treat. You know what I mean? Like my idea for this year for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna have some mashed potatoes. I'm gonna have some gravy, but the whole key point of this is that right? So that's gonna be like on that day I'm gonna allow myself to have and enjoy and eat the brownies and but I think that's where we fall short as adults and as human beings sometimes, is that we lose our consistency, that we forget that sometimes it's okay to treat ourselves, but there's a difference between treating ourselves, which is supposed to be a treat. A treat is supposed to be every now and then when you deserve something, right? And then there's people who just go out to eat all the time and do nothing but gorge on cakes and cookies. And I mean, I have that mentality to do that. That's, that has happened to me. I was the guy that would go to, my local grocery store and buy the pre-cooked, fried chicken. There we go. I almost said KFC, but I had to. I would go and get fried chicken at my local grocery store that they make. I even knew the times that they made it. That's how devoted I was. I knew exactly when they made it, and I would go there and I would buy that and my favorite cookies and a box of Ding Dongs and a box of Devil Dogs, and I would buy whole milk and Hershey's syrup, and then I would go home, sit down, play video games, and gorge for 12 to 24 for the next couple of days, right? But that was like twice a week. That was like 3 times a week. I would do that all the time. I would do that a few times a month, right? And then I was also going out to eat and doing stuff with my friends and going out and drinking beer and, whiskey and, not to say that I was a lush or anything like that, but, like those things add up. I was doing some really unhealthy stuff. I was a smoker. I was a smoker I was on and off with smoking cigarettes. And, I would go like a year or two, and then I would quit for like 6 months, and then I would go for like a year. Then I would smoke for like another year or two, or I was the social smoker. That was my primary thing, was the social smoking. Or the biggest habit that I had was getting up and going out and going to go get a cup of coffee, going for a drive and smoking cigarettes with my friends, just to chit chat, or go get a cup of coffee, come back, sit on the porch, and relax and have a couple of butts, smoke a couple of butts, drink some iced coffee, eat some donuts. That was my life. And the sad truth is that aspect was extremely unhealthy. There were some really great things about it. That's why it mentally associates the things that you're doing with what you want. So like I would hang out with my friends and do these things, and I would smoke cigarettes and drink coffee and eat donuts. So they were really instant gratification, but then also like the relationships that I was building upon in those habits, right? It was syncing them together. It was creating a psychological link, because I thought hanging out with friends meant, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, and eating crap, right? Was good. Like, that was great to me. That's what it felt like, right? But now, I still hang out with friends. I still go over, like the people that I used to hang out with and smoke cigarettes with all the time. I haven't smoked in 2 years. And I have to say, I think it's been 2.5 years, almost 3. I can't remember. Anyway, but now that I'm thinking about this, I really have to apologize. And yeah, I kind of get emotional about it. My buddy, one of my best friends, he watches this YouTube channel, and if I ever get the opportunity to, I know that he watches this. I'm sorry, bro. I really am. So a couple years ago, I went through. So he quit. He quit before me. I would quit. He would, he finally quit, and he was done with cigarettes. I had a really bad night. Some crazy shit went on. I don't even remember what the heck was going on in my life at the time. I just remember where we were. We were sitting in his truck. We were hanging out, and I bought a pack of cigarettes. And this was like 4 years ago, something like that. And I asked him to smoke with me. Like, hey, we were talking until 3 o'clock in the morning. It was because of that psychological association of, this is comforting. This is okay. I thought it was okay. And he had quit. He'd been almost done for, I want to say he was almost done for a year. He was almost done for a full year, and I got him back into smoking cigarettes. He's quit now. I'm damn proud of him. Damn proud of him that he quit again. He's also taking control of his life. He has a much better job. He supports his family. He helps his mom and his sister out all the time. But to know that I took him back a step instead of taking him a step forward eats at me. It eats at me. And I kind of wanted to put that out there right now, because I want you to understand that our decisions, no matter how small they may seem at the time, can create huge, huge effects in the future, right? Think about a ship moving through the ocean, right? You're moving through. all it takes is just moving off 1 degree. Move forward. But all it takes is just moving off 1 degree to deviate completely off course over time. You're always going to have to guide back to the center. But if you make a bad decision, right, and you continue with those bad decisions, you can get completely sidetracked. And doing that for somebody else, I know that don't get me wrong, I understand, like, it's his own decision, etc., etc. I created that catalyst that night. He's now re-quit again. We talked about it multiple times, and, but man, oh man, if I could take back that night, he would be a year better, a whole year better than what he is right now. So right now, my personal goal, because I love him as my brother, is to get him on the right track for his health. I mean, he's very intelligent. He knows a ton of he knows a ton about what he's doing when it comes to fitness and everything like that. But me and him were big guys, and it's our diets that really needed to get honed in on, and also the consistency in our exercise, and also with our food. So he's rocking it. I mean, he's already dropped like 15 pounds just by cutting out some carbs in the last few weeks. Like he's doing fantastic, and I'm so ecstatic. I'm also supposed to be meeting up with a friend of mine today. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm probably going to have to meet up with them tomorrow. But so because my whole seminar thing goes for 3 days, I'm going to a conference, a business marketing conference out in Boston, which I'm really excited about. But I'm probably going to have to go. I'm going to have to go and leave pretty shortly, so I better upload this. But anyway, man, oh man. So try and make small, better decisions over time. That's all. Just don't kick yourself every day, because, as much as I felt bad about it, I can't focus on that, because if you focus on nothing but the problem, you never get anywhere. It's good to acknowledge the problem. Acknowledge it. Know where it was. Learn from it. That's the point, is to learn from your mistakes. Learn from them, guys, and then readjust. And remember, every situation is going to be different, and you can't give up hope on everything. But sometimes it's kind of like when you get slapped in the face, and you're kind of like, man, there's 1,001 things that you can do to prevent that. But the least that you can take, you can't stop everything from ever hurting you ever again, but you can help mitigate the chances of it to help prevent it. And 2, you can really help prevent how hard it will hurt you. Right? That's what learning is. Because some people are like, oh, it'll never happen to you again if you learn. No. Sometimes things happen in completely different ways, and they're still pretty much very similar or the same thing. And you're like, damn it, I could have done so much better. Well, you can't always. But you can learn from it and know how to help mitigate the opportunities for that to happen again, and to adjust and do a little bit better each time. And then also to help prevent it from hurting as much as what it did before, if you are going to get hit. Because it does happen, and sometimes you just got to keep on moving forward. Anyway, guys, remember, be informed, stay motivated, live big, who up.